All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely day in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. We got a topic to talk about, and it's regarding the Most High Yah. It's regarding the Most High Yah and where we are at in this day. And I say unto you all, oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go get my mic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Had to look for that, the topic. And I hope that I'm sorry about that. I didn't have my what you call it, the mic. Yes, it's on. Okay, I'm sorry about that, and I'm running late. The topic is when you feel that you're feeling unconcerned about this day we are in. When one feel unconcerned about the day in which we are in this time, and I don't call it time, in this day. What I see, what I'm discerning, and what I'm feeling is all connected into one, in a oneness. And that is, it is so easy and better for individuals to not be concerned. They prefer to be unconcerned about this day. I wouldn't say, this is me, based on what I've been shown throughout my life, it's nothing that y'all want us to not be concerned about. He want us to be concerned. Because to be concerned in a way, but it's just the way he want us concerned, because he want us to respect the fact that things are happening because he has prophesied it and he got the full hand in it. But when you see and you behold and you discern people who feel that they are, no, I ain't gonna say they feel, but I feel that there's a lot of, a large percentage of people feel unconcerned about this day. And this is a day you must be concerned about. Okay. To me, if you're not concerned, you're already dead. I would put it like that. Because Sister Deborah, it's no way he would spend that type of time with me if he didn't want me to be concerned about what he said. About what? This day. About this day. But what I notice is people are so holy than thou, to the point, I'm talking about within themselves, to the point every situation is always saying, oh, ain't no need me being concerned. I ain't worried about it. God, Yah has this, or God has this, or Yah gonna take care of. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I married a man, okay? And this man had no concern about nothing. Nothing. And that wore me out, that he was not concerned about nothing. Now, see, say for instance, if he was a man out of Yah's own heart, even a man out of Yah's own heart is still concerned, because he's one that Yah is constantly dealing with and telling things to, and revealing things to him, and he gets also concerned about what Yah is showing him and what he's seeing based on what Yah is showing him. But he was a man that was unconcerned. Later on, which it has been probably 2 years, I learned that there was a issue with him. And he's 67, going on 68 years old, but yet learning that all this time he had an issue that caused him not to feel anything concerned. Let's say an example. I met him at Bowen's Hospital, Bowen's Jewish Hospital. I, at that time, was a chef, and he was a porter. But he had been there when I came in. He had been there like 25 years. You see what I'm saying? So when I came in, he used to always buy my lunch, okay? He used to always say to me, I know God sent you to take me away. He used to say that. He was a type of person that everybody thought was funny, a joker. You couldn't take him serious because he always joked. So all that time I was there, say 2 years, he used to joke. We used to eat lunch together. We just a lot of things. But let me explain to you not having that feeling. Let's say, for instance, I ain't gonna say for instance, his mother had cancer, okay? And she was in that hospital, that same hospital, okay? He worked there at that time 25 years, and when I was there, he was 26, going on 28 years altogether before I got him another job so he can leave that place, okay? Because they was paying him the low of the low, and they was treating him horrible. So, but what happened is his mother was, I think she was on the 5th floor of Bowen's Jewish Hospital. That's one of the good hospitals here in this state. And she was up there and she had cancer, okay? And they told her she didn't have that long to live, but she was like, she could talk like, just talk, and she wasn't that type of cancer where she was just, out of it. So he went up every now and then to visit her. And in him, this is what he explained. He said, I wanted to so bad go up there to see her and tell her I love her, but I couldn't. Mm-hmm. He couldn't tell her mother, his mother that was dying of cancer, that he loved her. He couldn't tell her. He couldn't tell her. Even though she was you know, she died of cancer, but she wasn't on medication to the point where she couldn't hear him or he couldn't hear her, or she would sleep all the time. And he never did go up there to tell his mother he loved her. And that's the last thing that he would speak of when he speak of his mother. I never told her, even though she was dying, that I loved her. So that person I married, a man that couldn't tell his mother, his own mother, he loved her. I end up marrying that same individual. And I thought that he was just a person that was unconcerned. But I realized he had a illness that kept him from expressing his emotions or his feeling. All them years, y'all. Now, when it come down to me, he would say it to me. Even now, we divorced. But he would say that to me. But he wouldn't say it to now one of his children. He wouldn't say it to his sisters and brothers. Only to me. You see what I'm saying? This individual had a reason why he couldn't feel. You know, it was something. I know what it is. I don't want to call it totally out, but that's the way I'm using that as to say that this individual didn't have no other choice. He came to the earth without knowing how to have a mind to feel. You see what I'm saying? It just wasn't there. I mean, being married 34 years and you never get a card, you never get flowers, you never get gifts. This is who this individual was and is. 2 years ago, I found out what it was. And this is why I say a lot of people need to really be careful trying to make people be in something that they know something is wrong, but be in it because the Bible says, and you not even knowing what you actually are getting into. Now, I was all been in the word. I would say he was not. You see? He played the role, but he never was in it. That's when, how many years? It's been a little over 10 years when the Father said, I'm going to show you his nakedness. And I realized that Yah had given me this individual. And it was just, but you know what, you guys, I look back at it and I think of the person that I am. Because right now, today, this man is my right hand. I'm telling you, outside of Yah, he's my right hand. This man would be up 24 hours taking care of me. If it ever come down to it and he's living, this man would take care of me from head to toe. You get what I'm saying? So I believe I'm fully understand. I understand what y'all did because I asked him. I said, why would you do that to me? To me. Why would you give me this individual? Because I could have bypassed this here in my living. Okay. But somewhere along the line, y'all gave him me and me him. Okay. And even though we are divorced, we still take care of each other in, I mean, anything. Like today, I had a hard time. I had a really hard time because this new job, now he's 67. He's swinging from one job to another job because his son now is the one over this job that he's switching to. But this company, y'all, I ain't never seen nobody put you through. Look, I do resumes, I do application. Y'all, I was born to be mastered in that stuff, but I ain't never in my life seen all this stuff that you have to do to get this job. Today, I was speaking to their headquarters, they HR out of town. And I mean, we had a really good time, conversation switching, and computer he messed up the system, shot my ex-husband's background check out after he'd been in 5 days. He just messed it all, but we got it all solved. But y'all, it took us a good 4 hours, and I finally got it done. And this is the time where I said, now this is where I should be. Y'all, I should be just, but I thought about how he was tired, went to worked 12 hours, made sure he came over to help me build my garden bed and to make sure that everything that I needed for the garden bed was here. I mean, just, you can't, that's what I'm saying. We work with each other. Mm-hmm. We help each other. But today was a day, and then he had to go home, come back, because they want me to take a picture of him and send it, email it to their HR and email it so they can make his badge. I'm saying this world is gone. You know how you go on the job and you take a picture, and they make your badge. Why can't it be like that? It's gone, y'all. It's gone. And he was like, I see what you're saying. Oh, this is so much work. Yes, it is, to where I back out of the benefits until 2 or 3 days from now. Then I go in there. He got 30 days. And then I do the benefits. But let me tell you, this is going on 4 days. This thing has worn me out. Then I had to make an appointment for his physical. They go do a physical. They gonna draw blood. I said, now what job does stuff like that? I told him, you better make sure they ain't trying to give you no COVID. But he said when they did the orientation right here on this laptop, they did his orientation. I set it up, make sure he had everything. They did his orientation, and they told him, nope, they don't have to have a COVID shot. But they want some other flu shot and something else. I don't get that. Look, you go somewhere, I'm not going to work for you if you're going to tell me what I need to get. I don't do it. Either you hire me or I keep going. But you ain't going to give me what you want me to have to work, to labor. No, baby. So, but I finish everything. Now, he's a man that in a situation where he don't have it. He don't have it. And then when the father told me about the nakedness, I was like, okay, oh my God. So to say this, what I'm talking about today is people who have none whatsoever concern about anything that's taking place today. Okay, let me give you one example. You remember we talked about Job the other day? If you think for 1 minute, now he said Job was perfect. He was a man of Yah. He was upright and he hated evil. Okay, but Job was concerned about what was going on. What you mean, Deborah? Wasn't he getting up every morning sacrificing all them animals probably for more than a year or so? Because his children had sinned and cursed Yah in their hearts. He was concerned for the way that they were conducting themselves, to the point where he started doing something that he thought was going to pay off for their sin. So he was highly concerned. Moses was totally concerned. He was concerned about what Yah was doing. He was concerned about what the people were doing, Israel and Judah was doing. So what I see today is a numbness, because people are at this point where they're not concerned. And I know what it has to do with. They got this pride, this ego, this boasting and boosting within themselves that, hey, I'm all that and some. Let him deal with who they are, or let him deal with the situation at hand. But baby, you know what? He gonna do that. But don't think he's gonna bypass you, because the judgment has hit the land. It's coming for you too. You think I'm not concerned? Yes, I am, because I already see the judgment already hitting my door, the fire burning my butt up. I'm going to stay concerned until he get me up out of here and put me in the promised land, or 6 foot under. I'm not going to, even me coming onto this devil platform, it's because I'm concerned about Yah's word getting out to that one. That's a form of concern. But this is what I'm beholding, is individuals who you know what? Let me say this here first. I heard this man talk to this one man who has a podcast. He's up in like 7 million subscribers. And he was talking about narcissists. And he feels that he's one of the biggest narcissists, and he's concerned about the fact that he is, but yet he don't feel he could work with it because it's so bad. But he's concerned about the issue he has. But that's his issue as an individual. But if we're here and we display within ourselves, and even in our words and the way we conduct ourselves, that we don't have a heart, we don't have a concern, we unconcerned about whatever's going on. Don't tell nobody, oh, that's going on in the world. Everything this book is telling you is what's going on in the world. So when he's in Revelation when the prophecies are going forth in Revelation, who is that for? Oh, I forgot. It's just for Sister Deborah, right? I'm the only one need to be concerned about what it's saying that's going to happen in this day that I'm in. You see, others think I know what it is. It's a scapegoat, because there's so many people. I was speaking of that man who was that narcissist. I had a lot of respect for him in what he was saying, because he was telling his nakedness, and he didn't have no shame in it. No shame whatsoever. This man was telling you he was a narcissist. He's he made many books. I mean, he's a scientist, and he's all these things, but he just wanted to discuss who he is. And he's a horrible one, and been it for years. He's on here expressing his concern about the type of person he is. So what? He can help somebody else. But what I see in the land is what was prophesied will be in the land. I heard a hardened heart. I heard people going to be stuck on self, pride, boasting, ego. All of that's supposed to be hardcore in this day. So I guess that is a part of why people are quick to rest everything on Yah. First thing they'll say, everything just like they do with the devil. When they do something wrong, evil, and wicked, when somebody do something wicked and dark, and it's the devil, it's the devil, it's the devil. I heard this man last week tell this man, okay, when he locked the devil up for 1,000 years, then who fault is it going to be then? Who are you going to blame then? And you know what that man said? A European. He said, you're going to really see who you are. He's correct. He's 100%. And he said, all them years, y'all blamed it on Satan. But you're going to find out who you are. You know what he's talking about? You're going to find out who your flesh is. Satan going to be chained down for 1,000 of years, and you're going to find out really who you are. Now, watch this here. Those that are the small remnant that's coming out, and Yah is putting them in his hand and taking them out of here, why do you think he's going to do all that cleaning? Huh? Yeah. Because the same thing I'm talking about right now is what he's going to be cleaning up out of Judah and Israel. That remnant. He's going to be cleaning you up. So therefore, when you get to that promised land, you ain't going to have no reason to lie, steal, kill, because he said he's going to put a new spirit in you. He's going to put his name in you and everything. So he said he's going to be in you. So he's going to do all of that once he gets you to Mount Zion. So when Satan is chained up, it ain't for you. It's for those who are not up on that Mount Zion, up on that mountain. It's for them. This is what he's talking about. You know, he's talking about once Satan is chained up, and we'll say, oh, when we go up to the mountain, oh, okay, everything's gonna be good. Ain't gonna be no sin and none, because Satan gonna be locked up. But baby, before Satan was locked up, he cleaned your butt up. Okay, he cleaned you up. See, put a new heart in you in the natural. He put a new heart in you in the spirit. Because today, 99.9 have no idea that you got two hearts. You got two minds. They have no idea. Everything was broke down in twos, just like the serpent seed and the woman seed, twos, broke down in twos. The woman seed is the spiritual seed of the Most High Yah. That's how David came down and he did what he did as far as taking that man's wife and doing, but no matter what he did, he was good. Not good as a good person. He was in Yah. He was the seed. Abraham was the seed. Isaac was the seed. Jacob was the seed. What y'all didn't understand, those were spiritual seeds that came down here with the mission of the Most High God, branded in their spirits. Those are the spiritual seeds. So to get back to this ideal of having this mindset to don't concern, that's why no one wants to do anything for anybody. Because just like it has prophesied, their hearts are going to be hardened. Their hearts are going to be so hardened, they're going to be hating one another, envying one another, jealousy, all of these things. These are even heavier than being unconcerned. Because it's showing you why. Because you harden heart. You envy. You jealous. You see? You're going to be hating on one another. That's the reason. Another reason why you unconcerned. So to me, being unconcerned about this day we're in is a people who already got their one-way ticket back to where they're going for eternal. I think, without a doubt. Because to stand in this world today and just be numb, it's just like me sitting here in this house, not on YouTube, not on nothing. And I'm only concerned about me. I come here not concerned about me. And I thank the Most High Yah. Now that I look back over my life and I see why he created me not to be. That was a cry at age 58. What's going on with me? I ain't got no sense. Because I'm always concerned about others. But what I see, and I don't see it as if I have the ability to see it. I see it in the spirit, and I see it in the flesh as a oneness. What it means is it's real. It's for real. That which is like that in the flesh is like that in their spirit. That which is like that in their spirit is like that in their flesh. They unconcerned. And how you know is when people always flipping it over to Yah. Oh, Yah gonna do this. Or Yah do it. Yah take care of. Yah know this. Yeah, He knows all things. He knows everything from the beginning to the end. That's him. He knows it all. But what do they people? What they do is it gets them off the hook for being concerned about the issues that actually is taking place. I'm not talking about out here in the world and all these worldly issues, but they are more concerned about the worldly issues than anything. There's no concern about spirit and truth issues or the things in the light issues or the spiritual issue. They're concerned only about the things in the flesh. Oh, no, they're concerned about those in the flesh. They want to hear that. Why? Because it's chaos. It's all chaos. And they are very content with being concerned about all of that. They would be more concerned about Diddy than the prophecy or the parable of the 10 virgins. 5 had oil and 5 didn't. What do you mean, Deborah? Because they wouldn't have the sense enough to understand what is actually taking place regarding that parable. They wouldn't understand what that is. But they're portrayed that they do because they're not concerned about what that is saying, but they're really concerned about Diddy. That's why they can't wait to turn on different things, to watch things that's going on in the world when it consists of something that has no detachment to spirit and truth, has no detachment to the light. A lot of things that's happening in the world is also a part of the prophecy. But what the scapegoat is, whenever things go down, that's actually being revealed, and then one speak on it, first thing everybody say, when y'all is going to do this, y'all going to do this, y'all going to do this, y'all going to do this, and y'all saying to me, tell them, when I come to their door with the fire, say the same thing. Y'all, you got this. Y'all, you got this. You going to do this. Put that same effort in. When you believe y'all going to do all these things when it has nothing to do with you, he'll take care of it. Let's see when the fire is at your door, how concerned will you be? How concerned will you be? And another thing about being unconcerned is when I think it's a high level of pride, a high level of ego, a high level of self-centered. That means if it ain't about me, y'all take care of them. That'll be that, that's on them. Y'all don't want us to be in the world. I mean, he don't want us to be of the world. He want us in the world because that's where he still have us, but not of it. Because we in it, but not of it. But what makes us be concerned about what's in the world? Because everything been prophesied. See, I can't escape it. That's one reason why I'm telling you. I can't escape it. I can't come on here and tell you everything that's connected to the world, and the world is, and Satan this, and everybody this, and everybody that, without bringing you to the realm of spirit and truth. So I can't escape it. Why? Because my mission is spirit and truth and the light. And what's coming out of spirit and truth, what's going on overall, that has matched the bosom of the Father, his own will that has not been told, that is built up in mysteries to the end days, that knowledge of the mystery shall be revealed, as if it's been hiding, but it has not. It's been right there all the time. But when we get so caught up and unconcerned, that's why he's not spending that time with us every day during the midnight hour, when we're on our workplace, when we go places, when we do things. He's not showing up and showing out in our conversation when we commune with people, whether it's other nations, strangers, or your own nation. Can you hold a conversation now? Because you unconcerned about anything they know or they want to know, because you think you are, boom, the one from heaven, and all you have to do is stand back and play holy than thou. That's how they used to do in the church. Matter of fact, they still do it, because the church closed the doors and said, that's the world out there. We don't care nothing about them. And they don't even understand. No, baby, that's the world out here. And you the world inside too. You just got the door closed. Portraying that same role of we are not concerned because we a Baptist church on the inside. We dancing, singing, and everything else that the world is doing. We doing it on the inside, but because we're on the inside, we better than the ones on the outside because they the world and we different. That's the mentality. It's also caught up in it because people really believe in this day, there's no reason to be concerned about the prophecies or all the things that was warned that shall come to pass. It don't feel. Now that somebody said somebody prophesied something y'all already want us to already know, then somebody prophesied chaos. Everybody is on that. Everybody on it. They own it because they love the flesh, love chaos. I'm gonna tell you one of the difference. Watch this here. Since I've been on this devil platform, I see our people talking about every nation on the face of the earth. I see our men's on the corner. Everybody got something to say about everybody that's doing something wicked and evil. But Judah ain't said a rat's behind about what Judah is actually doing since I've been on here. They will not speak on. Why? Because they holier than thou. We the people, we the children, we the elects, we the children of the Most High Yah. We Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We can't speak on us. We the real ones. We belong to Yah. So we ain't got no business speaking. We got to speak on them and what they doing. And they have no idea the Father gave you 400 and more years so you can be able to see yourself in the people and place you have been dispersed to for captivity. And not one of them can come up and identify. We are like unto the places in which he has sent us. Why? Because it's going back unconcerned. They're not concerned about nothing because they feel, Israel and Judah feel that we are the people. We are the chosen one. We Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We the true Jews. They never realized they was the true fools. They are the true fools. And that's why the world treats them like they're fools. Because they haven't come to no knowledge or awakening that, wait a minute now, hold up now. What are we doing here, y'all? Wait a minute, hold up, what's going on? Unconcerned. That's that I'm telling you. Let me set an example. What I'm saying to you, if I would take this and go before the throne of the Most High Yah, let me say this again. If I would take this and go before the throne of the Most High Yah, with what he know I see already, he knows I'm discerning it already, I would get a response from him. You know what he'll tell me? But didn't I tell you? That's what he'll tell me. But didn't I tell you? I told you. This is a people. And when I'm saying that, Israel and Judah has no concern. To me, it's not just Israel and Judah, but it's the whole world unconcerned. But my problem is the one he sent me in the midst of. He didn't send me to the whole world. He sent me to Judah. So that's what I speak on. And I shall always speak on. And this is the scapegoat. The moment you begin to talk about Judah, when they doing it, that's why they never found their way home yet. I'm home and I ain't even got there yet. How about that? How you like me now? I'm home already. Why do you think I call myself to be in the wilderness on the devil platform? Because I'm home. I can do that. I can say that. For 6 years, going on 7. And don't have a problem with it. Because I know where I'm at. You see? I'm not in denial. I know where I'm at. It ain't that I know because I just know. I know because that's what the Ruach has not only taught me, but has revealed to me. What's what? He turned that light on. That light ain't never went off. And that was at the age of 4. So, it's a sad thing. It's a real sad, but I know one thing I do know about it, y'all. I know the spirits and the individuals who are unconcerned and quick to flip it on Yah or flip it on Satan are people who really, to me, I think they have their ticket already. Their one-way ticket to eternal. I really do. That's why they can't feel anything about what's taking place, because they look at it as, when I ain't my problem, that's it. And it ain't your problem. But someone, somewhere, Yah wants you to be concerned enough to speak unto him. But if you can't bring nothing to the altar regarding what you are beholding, so he can tell you, well, okay, yep, that's me, and this is why. See, nobody don't want to know. They don't want to hear his voice. They don't want to hear nothing he got to say. Nobody wants to hear nothing Yah has to say. And I noticed that because they are stuck on themselves. It is such, let me see where it says here. Let me see how Matthew 24 kind of said it here. Matthew, this is 25. Nope, that's not it. Here it is here. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 10. And then shall many be offended. Offended. I get that all the time I'm on here. Because people think that if you don't say it the way they feel it, because they have unconcern about what I'm saying anyway, and they're more so, oh, okay, when I don't get it like that, I don't see it like that, y'all gonna do this, you talking foolish. These are people who get offended based on what you said, when they respond and when they not respond. People don't even understand their very words show you, at least it shows me who they are. Because one minute they'll say this, next minute they'll say this, next minute they'll say this, and they don't understand the type of mind Yah has given me. All of it get trapped in the mind. And I say, oh, that's who that person is. Their mouth tells on them, and they have no idea. What is their mouth? What they think. They put it in the chat. They put it in the comment. Their mouths tell on them. Really unconcerned. Because they can't seem to really understand all this that's taking place was because Yah was concerned. He is concerned, and it's finished. Because he made sure everything was locked in and written. Okay, so here in Matthew chapter 24, verse 10, and then shall many be offended. So that matches. I don't have a problem with people getting offended, because a lot of times they don't even know. I can jock in and remember every what you call it, word one would say. Lock it. They can say something next month. Lock it. It's locked there. And it would what happened is, when one say something else, I would go back and unlock everything that was said. I said, that's who that person is, because they don't understand. Their mouth tell on them. Okay, so it says here in verse 10, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another. See, and shall hate one another. So these things Yeshua is saying to the disciples. This is what's going to go happen. You think I'm not concerned about what Yeshua is saying? Yes, I am. Because what Yeshua said is almost like a confirmation with what I already know. I'm living in here. The disciples weren't living in this day and time in which Yeshua is telling them, this is what's going to happen in Deborah's time. You see, I feel this. I salute this. I know this is real. I know it's real. When he said, be not, what he say? Be not troubled. For, he say, I'm trying to get it where he says, be not afraid and be not troubled. And what he's speaking of is be not afraid and be not troubled. He's saying it to somebody that is. He ain't saying it to nobody who ain't. When he said be not afraid, be not troubled, he is not saying it to someone who is not troubled. He's saying it to someone who is. He's not saying be not troubled to someone who has no concerns. He's saying it to someone who has concerns. Because he knows there's two parts to you. And he's speaking to that flesh realm. Be not concerned. Because in the spirit realm, he got that. But he knows he only speaking to the individual where he reside in their spirit, and their flesh are going to be concerned and afraid of things that's actually taking place. So he said, be not concerned. Be not afraid. He's not speaking to someone who is not. He knows who he's speaking to. He is. So here he says in Matthew 24 and verse 11, it says, many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Very good. What I like about that is the fact that it means what it says, and it says what it means. It's doing a great job. Who are they deceiving? The one that he gave them to deceive. That's who. That's theirs. If you're going to have false prophets, there's got to be somebody they can deceive. Who going to give them that? Yeah. Did he give Satan seeds? He told him in Genesis 3 and 15, your seed and my seed. He letting them know. You're going to have yours, I'm going to have mine. Then you go to Proverbs 16 and verse 4. I created evil for the day of wicked and evil. I did that. Yes, I did. That's who I am. You see? One of my biggest concerns, and that is, I want to be able to hold up no matter how much fire come upon me, no matter what judgment it is at my door. Help me, Father, y'all, to hold on. That's my concern. Because I want to be able to hold on, just like I've been teaching y'all and saying, I want to be able to hold on to just that. In spite of the fire and the judgment that will and is at the door. Help me to hold on. I know you got me, but I want to hold on too. Hold on is meaning that I want to hold on as I teach this and I speak this. I want to be one that holds on just like that. The way I speak, that boldness. When it come upon me, and it has, but when it come upon me and it have come upon me, I see myself and I see how he is preparing me and how he has given me endurance and long suffering to be able to hold on. I got to keep reminding myself, don't forget, you got a lane. He gave you long suffering and he gave you endurance. Hold on to that. Hold on to it here, knowing that you have it. Because the flesh will mess with you and say, well, I don't know if it get bad, and it get bad, I'm still in there. I'm still in there. But to run around and be justified. And I remember back in the days, the church used to be like that. Holier than thou. Everything they feel that they could do they could break through. No matter what the situation is. Oh, I'm going to go through. I don't want to have that type of mindset in this day. Because then I won't be concerned about nothing. I think that I'm in heaven, but yet I'm on the earth. I'm in the world, but then I'm trying to portray I'm in heaven already. That's the mindset I'm talking about. Having no concern about nothing. People don't have no concern about what they do, how they do it, what they think, how they feel. They have none whatsoever. I can see why the Ruach has not come and abide in many. I can see it. What would he look like coming into darkness with that mindset of no concern? Every last one of Yah's elect that he chosen, from Moses to Abraham, Isaac, Solomon, every last one of them was seeds of the Spirit, but they had big concerns. Yes, they did. So what I'm seeing, I'm like, but it's going back what he said, how hardened the hearts are going to be in the end days. And how people are not going to be concerned. He said that. That's where the hardened hearts and the wicked and the hate and being offended and this big word called hate. See, we think it's the hate is only on the heathens and Gentiles. No. Yeshua was telling the disciples, this hate is going to be there. And that's what Judah keep thinking, that it's about somebody else and not about us. And that's what they thinking that's going to cause them to escape out of here. That mindset of, I'm not concerned. Because when you're not concerned, you don't care about not being anything in the eyes of Yah. Because you think you somebody. And that you already made it there. People who think that way is people who think they got it going on the earth. And when they think they got it going on where they don't need nothing or nobody, baby, those are tickets already. A one-way ticket back. Because they down here on the earth with this pride, this high-minded, that I'm all this and I'm all that. Why? Because this is what happens when people get to a point in life and they think that, hey, what I'm going to be concerned about? I got everything. I don't need nothing. I got this. I got that. I got this. I'm this. I got this. You see? And that falls right back on those that are not concerned. And they don't need to be concerned. Not those type of people. They don't need to be concerned because those are the people who already got their tickets. Sister Deborah said to y'all many times, look in the mirror and see who you are. Because if you can look in your mirror, you can pretty much tell you which ticket you have. Which ticket to the eternal do you have? You can pretty much tell. So I want to cover something here. I wanted to get to that because I noticed a lot of people speak with 2 and 3 words. And the 2 and 3 words always flipping everything into Yah. Just like they do with Satan. Oh, Satan did it. Oh, that's the devil. That's the devil. That's the devil. He get blamed from stuff that the flesh doing themselves. And many times I've spoken over and over and over. If Satan was the cause of all your wicked and evil and your doing, he will be standing right next to you come judgment. But he's not. You're going to just see your own spirit stand before Yah. And that's why I say people don't understand. So when we also hear people talk about the things and who we are in the flesh, and they forsaken the way that we are ways in the spirit, the only thing that's going to live eternal is the spirit, you all. It's going to live eternal in the lake of fire or in eternal in the kingdom. One or the other. And nobody is going to pay the price at all for our spirit but us. And the way we conduct ourselves down here, it identifies where we already heading in those 2 directions for eternal. People won't admit to it. They won't dissect themselves to see, well, really, where do I stand? Am I really this? Am I? No, they ain't gonna do it because it costs them to have to live with them on the earth, knowing that this is where it ends. So that's why Solomon said, if that's your portion, the things that you get materialistic and what you have on the earth, he said you better enjoy it because that's your portion. And I love that because he's saying the same thing. Deborah, that's all they got coming is what they got on earth. Because when it comes from after that, they ain't got nothing else. That's why the hearts are so hard. When you see Matthew 24 and verse 10, he said, and many shall be offended and shall betray one another, shall hate one another. At verse 11, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. I like that too, because he said deceive many. So if they're going to deceive many, What did that mean? The broad gate, you guys. It don't mean the small gate. I can't deceive you. I'm in the narrow gate. Or can you figure that out by counting? All you have to look at is the broad gate and the narrow gate and see who's who and what's what. They're going to an example right there. They can't see that. But no, they're not concerned. They can't see that. Okay? So when he get to verse 12, because iniquity shall abound, and give and gave of many shall wax cold. Wax cold. That's the heart. Do you know what that means? Once, you know how you ever had wax that's melted, and then it gets cold and it's hard? Just imagine someone's heart like that. That means it's not going to be used for anything, nothing, because it's too hard. And people are so content with that because they think that they already in the kingdom. Here and here. They're not worried, they're not concerned about things like that because they feel they're already there. They flip everything. Oh, y'all this, y'all that, as far as every situation. When they're not, when they do that, they do it with unconcern. But y'all want us to understand the prophecies. Y'all want us to understand revelation. But the mindsets out here, we don't care. It's him. He's going to take care of it. He going to do this. He going to do this. And y'all this and y'all that. He going to do this. But ain't he, wait a minute, hold up. Do what? He said he coming to your steps with judgment and fire. Well, what are you going to say that then? No, they're not. They're not going to say it then. That's why they just run in their mouth because they're unconcerned. And revelation is there so you can be concerned about his judgment, where you can be concerned about the end days, the pestilence, the earthquake. He told it way back in the old. Why is it Yeshua pulled up and said the same thing? Why? Because we were to see what y'all's plan is and be concerned. Being concerned shows a heart that a person have and a mind. But when you're not concerned about what Yah has said, what he is doing, you in the broad gate and have no idea that you're standing there. Okay? And he says in verse in verse 13 it says, but he that shall endure until the end shall be saved. Endure what? All that trash. When you're able to endure it, but can you endure something that you're not concerned about? How can a person endure to the end if they don't give a rat's behind about it and they're not concerned? Because it is so easy to brush everything as if you're holy than thou. Oh, Yah gonna do it. Yah gonna fix it. He's know this. We know that. We know it. But when he comes to your door with the fire and the judgment, that's what he's gonna allow you to open your mouth and say. See if it can be applied then. Because many really believe that certain things is only towards certain people. That's not true, y'all. When he said he's going to deal with the house, that's the creator say, I'm going to bring that bad boy down. And we bypass it. We ain't concerned because we think like the Hebrew Israelites on the corners. But they have this mindset. They're not on the corners, but they think just identical to them. But in their homes, in their little box, in their little corner where they're at, the thought pattern is the same. They unconcerned. Those guys that's on the corner, they have no idea what they're saying. They have no concern about what Yah is saying, because man, they're concerned about what man has taught them to believe, to where they have left being concerned about what Yah has to say. What do you mean, Deborah? See, Yah is coming to live in us. That way he can teach us spirit to spirit, his spirit to our spirit, teach us. And in that process of teaching us, he will teach your spirit how to tame your flesh, and you won't be out on them corners. You see what I'm saying? These guys wouldn't even be out there. But what they taught these old heads in the Hebrew Israelite movement and taught these men to get out here to think the way they think, to feel the way they feel. And it's all about self-power, authority, of feeling for themselves. Hold up. Where is their power? Why ain't they on the corners showing power? How are you on the corner without the Ruach HaKodesh? Who's on the corner without the Ruach HaKodesh? Who's on the corner? Who's in the camp without the Ruach? None of them, you don't hear none of them saying they have it. None of them talk about they getting it. There's no concern nowhere about anything but a self-centered, an ego, a pride, a boasting, and the things that make people feel that they're somebody and that they want to be somebody. That's all that's out there. Ego. That's what the men taught the men and the young men. That's all they taught them. No survival skills, none whatsoever. What do you mean survival skills? Surviving in Yah. See, the Ruach's supposed to come. And he said, I would teach you all things. But what they chose to do is go to another man and said, teach me Hebrew, Greek. Teach me precepts, lines, little here. Teach me this book. That way, Yah said, their hands on, my hands off. He will not enter in when you felt man can give you beyond me. This is why he told me. It's all there, Deborah. It's nothing hidden. They have hid themselves from truth. Truth is out there standing tall. Righteous is right there beside it. He said people are running from it, closing their eyes so they cannot see, closing their ears so they cannot hear. They are content right where they're at, and they need to be, because this is the ticket in which you should look in the mirror. Look in the mirror and say, my ticket is where? And you should be able to have the answer. Your eternal ticket is where. All you have to do is look in the mirror at yourself. Don't look at the world. Don't look at the heathens and Gentiles. Don't look at Hebrew Israelite. Ask yourself. I'm sorry. Ask yourself. All right. Now, I want to show you something in Isaiah chapter 40. In Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 10 through 15. If Yah did not want you to be concerned about nothing, or the prophecies, or the things that's going to take place, then why would Sister Deborah be here? Or why would anybody be here trying to inform people of the word of Yah? I know it. You don't have people out here teaching you the word. They're teaching you the words. So therefore, this is why people have no concern. This is why people have no fear. This is why there's no righteous in the land. It's in the land, but those that are here has no righteous invested in them, nor do they desire. See, all this stuff is missing, but the earth is still here. The world is still here, and it looks like more and more it's turning to the broad gate, and they calling it the true way. And when I go to Isaiah 40 and verse 10 through 15, and I think this is going to jump on a little something different. In Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 10, it says, behold, Behold me, look, Yah will come with a strong hand. Sister Deborah has been on this Deborah platform and have taught pure word of Yah. I've shown you about the power. I taught you about the right hand and the stretched out arm. I taught you about the twos, what took place before the foundation of the world, things that's so precious. I am so grateful for the lane because you know what? Truly, it's time to run in it and stay in it. Because it is getting to the point, it's dark out here to the point that you're seeing exactly which lane everybody is starting to go into. And the broad gate is going to always be broad because that's the way to the books with an S. And the books in the heavens with the S is to death, the lake of fire. But you can see it. And I'm on earth. I can see it. But listen to this, Isaiah chapter 40, verse 10. Behold, Yah will come with strong hand. You see that hand, y'all? That's that power. That's that beloved. That's that only begotten. That's that son of Yah. That's that Emmanuel. That strong hand. And his arm, you see that arm detached? Shall rule for him. His arm shall rule for him. See, you all talk, what I'm talking about is even in Genesis chapter 1, verse 2, now 3 and 4 and 3 on down. Telling you about that, what? That strong hand that's connected to that arm, which is that power that created everything that word spoke. Now listen to what's going to pull up, y'all. Verse 10, Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 10, behold, Yah will come. Oh, he will. I like that. I love that. Then you know for sure I'm coming. Okay. With a strong hand, and his arm shall rule him. Behold, he said, look, his reward is with him, and his work before him. Now, do you see that work? Do you see works with the S? Do you see works with the S? That's why you have to understand when it says faith without work is dead. That's why. Because the work is spiritual. You see it coming with Yah. See, there's two works. It's two. One is work, and the other one is works with the S. Here, he's showing you. From what I understand, he's coming. Now watch this here. Verse 11. He shall feed his flock like a shepherd. He shall gather the lambs with his arm. Do you hear that arm? Do you see that arm? Father, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Father, Yah. Who's going to gather them, Father? Who's going to gather them? You said he shall gather the lambs with his arm. That arm is connected to that hand, y'all. Which is all power in the heavens and on the earth. Watch this here. And carry them in his bosom. Right in his bosom. Right in his bosom. and shall gently lead those that are with young. That's deep. That's deep. And I sit back and I think, I said, Father, who gives a person the pure word and yet they receive not? He said, just be concerned of that one. Because see, when I saw this, the first thing I saw is what he wanted me to see. He's coming for Israel. And he's making a statement to you women. He's coming for you. And as long as you let these men teach you, who don't have the word, but have words, you will never understand that Yah has something special for you. When he said, gentle, he said, and shall gently lead. Gentle. When is the Most High going to lead with his right hand and his stretched out arm, gently lead those that are with young? He's talking to the women. Gentle will I do this, you women. I would gently lead those that are with young. Gentle. See, y'all so sick in the mind, in the flesh, till you couldn't even comprehend what he said. He's giving you a snip of how he's going to bring Israel and Judah out. He's sitting here telling the women, and I'm going to be gentle with you. After he turned around and said, he's going to gather you with that strong hand. Verse 10, he said, I'm going to gather you with that strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. Turn around in 11, he tells the women, and shall gently lead those that are with young. He's showing you women, there's going to be women that's with young. He's going to deal with you delicate, gentle. Because he just told you in 10, I'm coming with that strong arm and that right hand and that strong hand and that right arm. But now he's telling you, but I'm telling you, but I'm going to let you know I'm going to be delicate too. I'm going to be gentle. Now, as he continues, it says, who has measured the waters in the hollow of his hand? Who measured it? Wait a minute, hold up, Father. Yeah. Father, you finna take these people back to Genesis 1. You're taking them right back to where the power created the things. Listen to what he said. Who has measured the waters in the hollow of his hand? See? You see that hand, y'all? That was the same hand created everything. It had measured the waters as well. When he spoke it, the hand did the work. You see? He's sitting here saying, verse 12, who has measured the waters in the hollow of his hand, and the meter tail out heaven with the span, and the comprehended the dust of the earth in a measure, and weighed the mountains in a scale, and the hills in a balance. See, this is the same one that created everything, y'all. When he said, let us, that he was talking to his power, his hand, his right hand. You see? And then he's breaking it down right here as if he's giving you a sneak peek of what Mount Zion is going to be like. But who's going to do that? He's telling you again, that right hand and that stretched out arm. He's going right back to the power. And he's telling you. And then he says in verse 13, who has direct the Spirit of Yah, or being his counsel, have taught him? He's asking these questions because y'all mind is there. Y'all think he has to be taught. He needs some directions. He needs some help learning. That's the problem with us on this earth. He's sitting here telling us about his power, his right hand, his stretched out arm, and how he gonna bring Israel and Judah out. And then he turns around and said in verse 13, who has direct the Spirit of Yah, or being his counselor, has taught him? Because that's our mind frame down here, y'all. That's our mind frame. We taught by flesh. We feel he has to be taught by flesh. He has to go under the order and the tradition of flesh before we are able to comprehend anything. And he's sitting here asking you, or being his counselor, have taught him. Who taught Yah? Verse 14, with whom took he counsel, and who instructed him and taught him in the path of judgment? And who taught him knowledge? Who shown to him the way of understanding? You see, he's trying to check. Right then, when someone is preaching and teaching and ministering that thing to the multitude of people, it's to let you know we've been out of order for a long time. To the point he has to question, allow questions to be put upon us. That's what Sister Deborah does when she on this Deborah platform. I always ask questions because the way I be feeling is that I'm speaking to a brick wall. Questions allow me to hear the voice of the living and not the dead. So when you're running around here thinking, you know my thoughts and the way I'm doing things and how I'm saying things and why I'm saying things, don't mess with me. You don't know me. And you don't know he that's greater in me, that has taught me what he has taught me and continue to teach me throughout my life, day after day. You will know them by their fruit. You will know them by the fruit of the Spirit, or the works of the Spirit. Without that, anything else they talk about, let them go and talk. Because they want everything to really be about them. They don't want you to talk where they don't want you to teach, I put it like that, the things that is out to, how would I say, enhance them, to bring out what the Spirit that's in them out. They don't want you to come on that level. They want you to teach chaos, and they want you to stick with the level of chaos because you don't get the response. And if people are dead, that's why they dead, and they don't even know it. So if you're looking for walking dead, you don't have to look no further. When you find people who can't even respond, it ain't about the response of right or wrong. It's about being interacting when the word is being taught. Interact. But it's best for people to always cut out and put every other conversation into what is being said. You know, Yah is going to do this. He's going to take care of this. No. We're down here living what he prophesied. Somebody come up to us, we can't tell them nothing. This is why he's not edified on the earth. That's why he is not glorified. That's why nobody want to exalt him and praise him, because nobody wants to have the words to say to others that can unlock many things in other people, but we don't have, now I'm going to say they don't have the words to say because they're unconcerned. Everybody just want a platform to come to just to be there. And then it began to be about nothing. Because if you're teaching the pure word and you on here teaching the pure word and you get uncomfortable, then something's wrong. I'm waiting that pull up one that's always present. It's that one. It's that one. Y'all know who the one is. It ain't important for me to know who the one is. He knows the one. But he said you will know him too, Deborah, by the works and their fruit of the Spirit. And nobody have no respect for that. None whatsoever. Even if on the earth, period. What do he mean? Works of the Spirit, fruits of the Spirit. That's how you will identify his. That's what he means. If they don't pull up with that type of fruit, then they ain't of him. But see, they don't believe that. They don't believe that. In such a midnight hour, end day, what Matthew's telling you about hate, jealousy, envy, iniquity, all these things that's going to take place, which has taken place and is taking place. But yet nobody want to pull up concern about truth, spirit and truth, concern about the light to the point where it's how would I say it? It's so manifested in them that y'all speaking to them every day. How about that? How about that? Okay. And verse, what I like about verse 14, he said, with whom took he counselor? And who instructed him? Who instructed Yah? And taught him in the path of judgment. Who taught Yah in the path of judgment? And taught him knowledge and shown him and shown to him the way of understanding. Who? You know why that's being said in Isaiah? Because that's a fact today. We will believe these people on this devil platform that's running and walking and crawling in the broad gate, talking nothing, before we believe someone who's talking something that has to do with the Most High Yah. But it is what he said. Verse 5, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket. A drop. Well, my dad used to say it. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket. See, y'all don't know. That's how he feel about the other nations. Now, let me back that up and bring that thing down a little bit. Do y'all see? No, you don't see. Let me not say that. I've been on this devil platform informing people. Stop saying the world or the other nations doing this or they that. When it's time to speak about Judah and Israel, the first thing everybody do is bring the world into it. The world is sick and gone. You gone?
Yeah.
Where you going?
New order.
Okay, be careful with that pulling up with that sound.
Yeah, I make sense.
Okay, be careful. You got your phone? I'm sorry. But so I lost my thought. Okay, and it says in 15. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. In verse 15, Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket of a bucket. Now, that to me means a lot to me, because I have said over and over and over, when I say something, it is not important to go after the world, the heathens and Gentiles, when I'm dedicating the ways of Judah. I come to be in the midst of Judah and Israel, but basically Judah. I'm not going to be speaking nothing wrong about Judah. Everything I'm going to be saying is going to be right on it. That's what Yah gives me. I understand the other nations better than you understand yourself. I understand the other nations. Why? Because Yah told me already. There ain't nobody. Y'all just still don't get it. Now, I like this because this gives you a little something. Listen to what it says. Behold, that means look, the nations are as in the eyes of Yah, a drop of a bucket. That means nothing. So why would he want me to come down here with the pure word and feed it to the nations when he want me to speak to Judah? That's another gone mind of Judah. Judah is gone. And I'm going to keep saying that because Deuteronomy said it 7 times as the end game. Play that game and see if you win. So when he said that, when he says in Isaiah 40:15, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket and are counted as the small dust of the balance. What do you think that means? What do you think the small dust of a balance is? Dead. See? So what does it look like for me to be called as a prophetess, a servant of the Most High Yah, to be in the midst of Judah and over here worried about Gentiles, heathens, and other nations? You see what I'm saying? That's why when I hear people, when you start to tell people about Judah, don't come to me. And I'm going to start shooting that mess down and tell me it's the world. Or the world is doing what they doing. We can call out what the world is doing every now and then. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But my mission is to Judah. If the problem I have as a prophetess in this wilderness, Judah don't hear nothing. I could salute him all day and night on a stiff neck, rebellion and disobedient. I'm living in Judah, in the midst of Judah, and have found everything that Yah have said. Not just through this book, but his word to me has been 100 regarding Judah. 100. And it ain't meant for them to see nothing because many of them are going to fall by the wayside. They ain't going to fall by the wayside. They already fallen. Now, when it says a great falling away, these are people who really thought that they were in somewhere portraying righteous. And when as time go on, they're going to fall away. That already took place. People turned already their whole self from away from Yah. That already took place. Where did they go? To the broad gate. That's where they at. Now listen to this. And he was talking about the verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the idols as a very little thing. Look how he brought all the nations down. He's brought all the nations down. You can't even see this dot. You can't even see the dot to the dot of this marker. So why would we blow them up? That's why they got so much victory. It's because we put them there like we did Satan. We gave him all that glory, that honor. We exalt him. We praise him. Every time we got to put him into everything as if he got that type of power. The Father told me he never had that type of power, but they gave it to him. So here he's showing you how the nations, what they mean to him. Nothing. So it ain't if the nations don't mean nothing to him, should we be concerned about all the things that the nation is doing. We need to learn. We should have learned about how Yah and what he's going to do to the nations so we can stop making it about them, because we really wasting our time. When that earthquake comes, it ain't going to have Israel or Judah on it, or these nations and this nation and this nation. When them pestilence come, okay, give you an example. There was one came down. There was one of them horses. When you got that coal, that was one of the horses. Young, old, middle age, white, black, Chinese, Russia, everybody lost their lives in this. And what nobody in the world understand today, there are millions still dying. Not from the cold, but from the shot. It ain't gonna have no end to it. Them horses that he sent out, they ain't coming back. They gonna complete the mission y'all sent them to do. So when you see them earthquakes, he ain't saying the earthquakes ain't gonna bother Israel or Judah. Baby. That's why I'm trying to tell you the judgment is not like the mindset of Judah is dead. They don't understand. And they could care that it's no feeling. That's why I started off by telling you, my ex-husband, there's nothing there. And that's how I see Judah. There's nothing there. That's why he gave me righteousness. It's not there, but yet they want to portray that it is. They want to preach it, teach it. They want to come together in it. And ain't no coming together without righteousness. But yet, they still thinking if we had the money, we could. Omar, he just the worstest of the worstest. He shouldn't be, and call himself a Pan-Africa. Papa Duck too. I'm speaking of Judah, because that's why I was sunk down in the midst of. I can do that. That's my mission. So here in he's telling you also about the nations that everybody wants to talk about. If they found out, let me tell y'all something. I know this ain't gonna happen. This is not something that's gonna happen. If Judah start talking about truth, spirit and truth, and about how ugly we are and how we've been acting a fool, Judah start talking that, guess what? You'll see the nations cut up. They will cut up. They will cut up, because then they'll know we have sense enough now. Not to know who we are, but to know right from wrong. Something they see Judah refusing to do. You didn't know that, did you? Oh, they see you don't know different from right and wrong. Y'all okay wrong and call it right. And you call right wrong. You see? You support those who are feeding the world, and you curse the servants of Yah. Which is about right. That's what they did in time past with all the other prophets and those servants that he did have. So they did it to the apostles. They did it to all the one to represent Yah. So that's about right. They're not afraid of nothing about Judah until Judah decide to do what is righteous. You know what? Everything on the earth would have to buckle up and buckle down. But see, that can't be. That can't be. Because that's not how the will is. It's not done for Yah's name's sake. These people been like this since the beginning of time. Ain't nothing about them gonna change. Never ever will it. I could sit on this devil platform for another million years. Ain't nothing gonna change. But now just imagine. Watch this here. I'm gonna mess with y'all now. Just imagine all those prophets. Let's say the apostles. One got cut in half. One got skinned to death. James and Peter, I think they got crucified upside down. One got put in the pot board. One got beheaded. One got all of them, just died. Okay. Then you come over here to all of the prophets. They died too. Like unto, stoned to death, all kind of things. Cut up, chopped head off, just all kind of things. All because they trying to give what? Spirit and truth. Trying to get a word to the people. This is how they had to go. Only one was killing them was Judah and Israel. What is that we don't understand? We gone. We've been gone long time ago. That's why he said, I disperse you to the countries in which you are alike. So when we got over here, we were supposed to see how ugly we were. And we never did, even to this point today. So when I get to 40, Isaiah chapter 40, one thing about 40 and 10 through 15, Yah is showing you how his right hand is stretched out arm going to bring your butt out. It's going to, and guess what? You can't even comprehend it. Solomon said it's plainly seen, devil. As I was then, so is it now, plainly seen, Deborah. They can't see it. He's sitting here breaking it down, letting you know my right hand and my stretched out arm gonna rule. He said his stretched out arm is gonna rule. They don't see that. They don't see it. They're not even concerned. They are unconcerned. And I'm like saying, but Father, we can't get no plainer than this, Father. Y'all, can we? We can't get no plainer than this, can we, Father? No, you can't. He said, but Deborah has always been there. Always been there. It shows you the mindset of where people are at here. Because if it's always been here, what happened? I know we can say, they did it. But Yah say to you today, what about today? Are we going to go all the way into the end and everybody going to get this judgment and this fire? And then we're going to still be saying, no, they did it. They did it. They did it. All the way till we get to the promised land, until he cleaned that mess up that's in us. Okay. So when you, I like that, because he's sitting here telling you, oh, and it's saying it at the top. He's sitting here telling you how his power going to do this and how he's going to bring you out, Israel. And if you can't feel that thing, tell me, are you concerned? Because to me, when you're unconcerned, you don't feel it. See, you have to be concerned to feel that thing. Okay. Now, when I get to 40, Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 21, it says, have you not known? Have ye not heard? Have it not been told you from the beginning? Have ye not understood from the foundation of the earth? Let's go on. No, that's talking about grasshoppers and heavens, and the curtains has spread them out as a tent. This is really deep, y'all. Verse 21. Have you not known? Have ye not heard? Have it not been told you from the beginning? And this is, a lot of people don't, you know what, I think, let me show y'all something y'all don't understand. I thought I spoke this many a times, probably in my earlier videos. Let me explain something to you. If you tuned in to Sister Deborah and you have heard the pure word of Yah, from the Ruach to me to you, you are in more danger than anybody on this earth. You are in more danger than anybody on this earth. Because when it's time for you to be judged, just like I told my children, he's going to judge you based on what you had in that household, teaching you, speaking to you. Because everybody don't get that opportunity. I heard someone say, I will be a nervous wreck to be a prophetess child. No, you'll be the devil itself. You will be the devil itself. A nervous wreck. You know who's who when they speak. A nervous wreck to be a prophet's child. I say to you all out there, you're going to be the nervous wreck in the days to come when Yah has poured out for you to have an opportunity to fill your spiritual backpack to gain spirit and truth and the light. And you take nothing out of it, but you get it, but you take nothing out and fold it and put it where it's going to be needed in the days to come, in the journey itself. Why? Because we thinking, many, and I ain't gonna say we, people are really thinking it's over. It is over. But we got to get from the journey to there. And somewhere along the line, he said, many gonna fall by the wayside. So when you see Isaiah 40:21, have you not known? He's going to say to you, the prophet has said it to you as clear as water. Have you, Isaiah 40:21, have ye not known? Have ye not heard? So the danger that you are in, you have no idea. There's going to be many are not going to be able to come before the throne and not have heard the pure word. But what is he going to do with you that have heard the pure word, but yet has no spiritual backpack, has no spirit and truth, no light, but yet you're going to come to the throne? Do you think he put his out in this critical time just to be out here in the dark? You think he sent his speakers to be out here in the dark for nothing? He's looking at the ideal. Okay, Satan's whispered in your ear every day, every hour, every second. Yourself, which is your worst enemy, is always telling you to do wrong. But if you're going to hear, your ear is going to hear in your natural ear the pure word, and you bypass it and keep going your way because you think this thing is about your way. And if you can't be the way you said it, you're going to always have an excuse. Always going to be an excuse. And it don't start on this platform. You guys, there are people that go to and fro. It has nothing to do with this platform with Sister Deborah. It has to do with the spirit of that individual who always find a reason to go else here and to go there. You know why? They're forever searching for something that they're missing. And what they're missing is their way, their own understanding, their own wisdom, and their own knowledge. So they go to and fro. They drop off, run back, drop off. Those are people, what he called lukewarm, trying to spraddle the fence and thinking they're going to get in. These are people I keep trying to say, look at yourself in the mirror. See which ticket you own. Because you can definitely see yourself. So here it says in Isaiah chapter 40:21, have ye not known? Have ye not heard? Have it not been told you from the beginning? Have ye not understood from the foundation of the world? See, that's that part where I started when I was a little girl. Listen to what it says. Have ye not understood from the foundation of the world? What have Sister Deborah told y'all over and over and over and over? He taught me what took place before the foundation of the world. Why? Because at that time, everything that was created was already with him. He spoke it to bring it to existence, that which he has already written. So right there, it's asking everybody, do you think that you're going to escape the fact that you are not? It ain't that you're not hearing the word. Look at the world. They're feeding the world good. The churches are feeding the world good. They the world. YouTube is feeding all these people, these mega and these people, all these numbers. They count their numbers. Didn't understand, baby. Your numbers mean broad gate. Your numbers don't mean narrow way. There you go. Your numbers mean broad gate. It don't mean the narrow way. That's what people don't get. That's just like he just said. You don't know? You haven't heard? He said the gate is narrow. So you think all these broad gates on YouTube is the way? Yeah, you about right. You go that way because that's your way. Okay, same thing with Adam and Eve. Their way was already set before them because they was on the perfect track. For them to have two separate ways and they go the way that was not perfect. Come on now. That was the way that heaven had it wrote in and wrote out. And that's for each and every last one of us. So when he say, I give you, Deborah, long suffering and endurance, it's to help you to accept the things you can't do, say, give these people, break down, break up. But you're going to have to endure it. And then then when you finish, just go on in the lane. So when I get to what time I have here, when I get to 40, we're still in 40 and 31. I get to Isaiah chapter 40 and 31. But they that wait upon Yah shall renew their strength. Their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. That sounds like those who are going to be getting up out of here. That sounds like them. I love that part where it says, and they shall walk and not faint. Do you think that these are people who have no concern about nothing Yah has told us to be concerned about or to be about? No, these are people that he knows that's going to be concerned. Why? But they that wait upon Yah. That's one thing. They wait upon Yah. And Yah shall renew their strength. He's going to give them the strength because they're going to need it. The journey is going to be some journey, y'all. They shall mount up with wings as an eagles. They shall run and not be weary. And the last, and they shall walk and not faint. Y'all going to give them the strength to keep pressing on in spite of all the things and the issues and the things that's actually going to take place. I believe that it's not over even when we come out. I believe that the journey itself, he's going to give us that strength, and we're going to have the wings of the eagles. I believe that we're going to be able to run and not be weary. We're going to be able to walk and not faint. Why? He's going to renew our strength to be able to do all those things, you guys. But are we concerned that he's going to renew our strength? No. We ain't looking to even hear about that. We don't care about that. We're going to the promised land. You got to be one that concerned about something. Because if you ain't concerned about something, you heading to nothing. And it can't be always trying to flip the pancake just on one side and get it browned on the other to make it easy to accept the fact that these are the things we should be meditating on. Just this here, even this here, verse 31, meditating on that. Why? Because I'm concerned that we might be the ones that has to go this way. And it's nothing wrong with quoting it. Back in the days, everybody quote this verse. But they that wait on Yah shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings of eagles, and they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. They should say that in the church all the time as a tradition. All the time. But Sister Deborah is not talking about the tradition and how the order of how people has a tendency of rehearse and practicing, see it, but you have to have some sort of concern within you. Not the type of concern of troubled, not that type of concern, or worried. That's not the concern. Because when the Holy Spirit in you, you ain't got nothing to be troubled about nor worried about. But concern is different. Concern is different. Okay. So then I went to 41 and verse 4. Who has wrought and done it, calling the generations from the beginning. I, Yah, the first and the last. I am him. I am he. Right then he said, I am. But he said, who has wrought and done it, calling the generations from the beginning. I, Yah, the first and with the last. I am he. I just circled that because I wanted to go over that. The ideal of I am is in there because I'm going to verse 10, 41 and 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed. See, now don't be dismayed. For I am thy Yah. See, these are the things you're not supposed to be feeling in the point of dismayed or fearful or scared. How can you be all of that in the spirit realm if he's greater in you? You see? Being not dismayed is when you are concerned, you're not going to be dismayed. But when you unconcerned, anything can come up and dismays you. Dismays you. That's what I'm saying, because I think that yesterday, I think I was speaking on righteousness. No one's concerned about righteousness. You can't teach righteousness. But people are not concerned about those things. You can't get on here and really expound on faith. You can't really expound on fear, the belief. You can't really make a good video on righteousness. These are the things we need to be concerned about, but people are not concerned. They are not a bit concerned about it. Same thing with the 10 virgins. They weren't concerned all that time that they didn't have oil. They lived all them years with no oil. They never had oil. They wasn't concerned. But when it's time for you to go before judgment, now you're going to pull up and say you was unfairly treated, or you did this, you did this, you did this. And he going to look. He said, wait a minute, hold up. Did you have oil? No, when you won mine. See, but it's just the same gameplay, y'all. Let me explain to y'all. The same gameplay people are playing on the earth, they're going to come right at the throne with it. They're going to come right before the throne with the same gameplay on the earth. Why? Why would you say that, Deborah? Because it worked so well down here for them. It worked so well on the earth to where they feel when they get to the kingdom, they're going to be able to use it toward him. That's why he told me, Deborah, the sin didn't start there and it ain't going to end there. It's going to end at the throne because they're going to be constantly still coming to the throne lying. And they're going to be a spirit too at that. They're going to be a spirit lying. Because they come down here and they're going to have deceived so many people that they are so holy than thou, and they got this, they know this, they ain't worried about this, they ain't worried about this, I ain't care about this, because they have set up in their own self that they already got their ticket to the kingdom for eternal life. And they say, hey, ain't nobody gonna tell me I ain't got it. I know I got mine. I know I'm going. I know that. You know what? You be the main one in the back line waiting for the ticket to the dead. Be on this earth nonchalant. Listen to what this says, Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 10. Fear thou not. He's telling you not to have that flesh fear. Only one we're supposed to fear is him. That's that spiritual fear. But he says here, fear thou not, for I am thee. I am with thee. Okay? I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy Yah. Okay? I will strengthen thee. There goes that strengthen thee. Yea, mean yes. I would help thee. Yes, I will uphold thee with the right hand. With the right hand of my righteousness. You see how they all play into the same being? Yah himself, his right hand, his righteousness, his fear, his faith. I mean, you can't win. You can't lose with him. There's no losing with Yah. And I like what he was saying, because he was saying, I am. Just letting you know. I can be this, I can be that. I can be this, I can be that. And when people really grip what the I am is, that means I cover every end there is. Who's to tell me what to do, who I am. When I created everything, I can be anything I want to be. That's what makes me the I am. They don't get it. They don't get it. They have no idea what that means. Just imagine going into prayer and using ahaya. Just imagine. And all of a sudden you into prayer and all you can hear is, you hear words you don't understand, but you all of a sudden you can hear your sound of your mouth saying ahaya. A lot of words come out your mouth, but these other words, all these words you don't know, but you hear ahaya. You know what that's saying? You got the name nailed. Your name, that ahaya has connect with the power. Because right now you don't understand a word you're saying in the closet, but you understand ahaya. Ahaya means I am that I am. You understand that? So it's got to be something to ahaya. If that's something that you say in the closet that you have no control over, and that's the only thing you can bring in and you can bring out. You can't take it in because it ain't something you can just come in there and say, when you start talking to him and he talking to you, then that ahaya, you can hear that ahaya, and he studied that. That ain't the only thing you say. You said a whole lot of stuff, but that's the only thing you can understand because someone told you what ahaya mean, and that means I am that I am. But you know what? It is so true, the power that rests into that, because you're able to accept, and that might be the key. You're able to accept that he is all that. And that could be it. That's why I can go into the closet, speak in the private tongue with him, come out and still remember ahaya. Why? Because I am in my spirit and in my flesh believe that he can be all that he said he is and have been, because he taught me how to know what he was, what he is, and what it's going to be. That's the I am that covers A to Z. He can be whatever he want to be. So I give him glory and honor for allowing me to be in the midst of him with the understanding that that is a part of his heart of who he is. The I am that I am. That means I can be whatever I want. Who gonna tell me I can't? I created all things from the beginning to the end, from up and down. Then you gonna tell me what I can't? and I am and who I am, I don't have to be the name you say. I can be whoever name I want to be. That's why why do you think the reason why I say that, y'all have to be very careful, because the reason why I say that, you know how when we get to Mount Zion, he's going to clean us up. Guess what he said he's going to do? He said, I'm going to put my name in you. I said, well, what's that they out here saying now? You tell me, Deborah. That's why I'm grateful that if I go into the closet, a higher is something that I can actually say I went in, and as I spoke in an unknown tongue to the Ruach in spirit, back there I remember my mouth saying, as many other words said unto the spirit, I can actually go out and know that I spoke to the Most High Yah. You see? Because if we get over there and he said he's cleaning us up and he's going to put a new heart, a new name in us, he said not a new name. He said a new heart, a new wash us up, clean us, a new heart, a new spirit. And then he said, I'm going to put my name in you. Wait a minute, hold up, Father. Yeah. What is that? These clowns on this devil platform and all over the world, and all these Hebrew Israelites on the corner, and all these so-called Hebrew language teaching in Greek. You mean they ain't got the name? They got their name. I'm gonna give you my name. Ooh-wee. See, what's the purpose of, why would you be giving me a new name if the name is already got? You mean all these people that that remnant you're gonna take up out of here? That remnant you're gonna take up out of here, you mean the name? They not gonna have the name? They must not. Why? Because I'm gonna put a name in them, Deborah. That's why. How you like me now? So if they had the name, then I wouldn't have to put no name, right? I said, yeah, you're right, Father. Yeah, you always 100. Because it makes it. I don't even say it makes sense. It's ill sense to somebody who got some sense. Somebody who ain't got none, it don't make no sense. But you really think, when the Spirit is teaching you, he's teaching you to see in the light, not in the dark. He's not teaching you to learn in the dark of tradition. They ain't never called it yet. How are they going to teach somebody like me when they don't even know where the power is at in the beginning? You see? They don't even know what the word is. But you're going to be on this devil platform teaching the mass. Come on now. All the licensed driver. Come on now. And it's okay for them to do that, y'all. It's perfectly okay. Because he made 2 gates. And that broad gate, they are following you in it. That's one thing they will never understand. All of these apostles, all of these prophets, all of these servants of the Most High Yah, all of these people didn't lose their lives because somebody listened to them. They lost their lives for truth, speaking righteous of truth. You run around here speaking the world and the multitude following you. You got to understand, there go the twos. The gate that leads to broad and the gate that leads to narrow. There go the twos, you guys. But the mindset don't get it. That's why I say, even this platform, when I'm on here, it's like people just don't get that Sister Deborah don't care if you don't come. She don't care if you don't like, you don't subscribe. Who cares? First and foremost, to even be on here, you need to have fruit of the Spirit and works of the Spirit, I would say. Because you're getting fed spiritual food. To fill your backpack up with spiritual food. Unless the backpack ain't getting filled up, which is still okay. Because like the Father said to me, you keep in mind that one. Always stick with that one, Deborah, and you're going to be okay. And that's the beauty of that comforter. He's a comforter. That's the beauty of who he is, wanting me to understand it. The broad gate ain't hooked up to a many. It's hooked up to the one. That's all there is. And that one can be one. It can be 100. It can be one, just one. But that just one can be 100. But in Yah, it's just that one. What do you mean? We are all oneness. Yeshua, Yah, the saints, Sister Deborah, we all in one. So that's why he said that oneness is consists of the body of Hamashiach. It's only one body of Hamashiach. It's only one. So this is what he's saying. You can't just assume because people come into the page, they are that one. You know better than that. Because you've been given the discerning spirit. I've taught you how to try the spirit by the spirit. Know them based on their fruits and their works. If there's no action behind even their works nor their fruits, you don't go thinking, and I don't. But I'm just showing you how the comforter teaches his. And the beauty of it in this day, because just imagine all those disciples and all those prophets, they too had the Ruach, which was a comforter. They lived in early time. I'm in the end days. Their time can't compare to what's in this end day. So I really appreciate and I'm grateful for Yah being a comforter to me. Because when I'm in a situation, even when he revealed things to me and he said things to me, and I'm like, wait a minute, that ain't what they understand. They don't understand. They don't know. Okay, Deborah, but it's okay. It's not for everybody. It's not given to everybody. It's not for everybody. Didn't I tell you the gate was narrow? See, he always reminded me to get me straight. Sometimes I get bent and all crooked, but to get me straight, he'll bring back what his word, which is him, created before the foundation of the world. For it is written. And that's why Yeshua was able to say to Satan being tempted by him, it is written. That means it's already written. You can't tempt me by me tempting the Most High Yah, because he got everything written down. And if we start to see the Father like that, somebody who got A to Z written, he's the beginning and the end, he's the Alpha and Omega, he's the creator of all things. When we really start to see him like that, we start to think like he thinks, because he will be greater in us, giving us all of himself. And I think that's beautiful, because anytime it is said, when the comforter comes, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, you shall receive power. That's all of him, y'all. Why should we walk on this earth and not claim all of him if he gave it to us? He's given us all of himself, and we give nothing back but to walk around and be pride-minded, high-minded, boasting, and we chest all out, He spoke of, what was that, Second Timothy, I think in chapter 3. He said men, but he was talking about how they're going to be selfish, high-minded, boasting, pride, disobedient, hateful, all these things. And I'm like saying, but Father, they don't see that. No, they don't. But you said they think they get offended because you saying it. That's because they don't care what it says. They want you to only line certain things up the way they are willing to receive it, meaning in their flesh. You see? Yah is about bringing light through those servants he has. Why? Because it's so much darkness. He wants the one and those that are the one to know that we got some light down here because Yah is the light that's in us. Why should we walk around here and conduct ourselves like we ain't got no light? We ain't got no spirit and truth. We don't know truth. We don't know righteous because we don't want to hear those things in a message because we want the things that brings our flesh to hear the chaos. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you, I hope you got something out of this message, but truly, we are not supposed to fear, be afraid, be dismayed, be none of that of the world. Because it's two. It's one in the spirit and it's one in the flesh. But he's saying we're not supposed to be that way in the flesh. We have to understand that those ways in the spirit. But how can we when we are not concerned about stuff like that? That don't concern me. The things of the spirit don't concern me because I got too much going on for me. I'm better than this one and I'm better than that one. I'm this and I'm that, I'm that. And I'm like saying, but Father, do I have to see everything? Yeah, because I want to see. Because you know what? One thing about the Most High Yah, he will not have you ignorant. Not his. He is not going to be in you and not let you see what's going on the outside of you, in the midst of you, around you. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. An example. I don't know what's happening to my son, but he's feeling really, to me, it seemed like I asked him before I got on live, I said, do you want to sit down and talk? I can feel there's something that's going on with you. You need to talk. He said, no, Mom, no, not really. I ain't got nothing to talk. Ain't nothing wrong. I said, yes, it is. Something wrong. Something wrong. And I'm thinking that I know what it is. But like I'm going to say to you all, just like I've told my children, every word that I've spoken, whether your kids, your destiny is to the lake of hell or to the kingdom. When you stand before Yah, Yah gonna let you know who he is that was before you. Oh, yes, he's gonna let you know. It ain't gonna be that he gonna be saying me, Deborah. No. He's gonna let you know the truth been before you all the time. And you always either went another route or you went the route that you should go. I sit back and I see my son and he's hurting because he was at the camp and they had a women's retreat that leased out the park, not the park, but the camp. And I begged him not to go, but he insists on going. And that's those ooze, those fake. And he got some mail a couple of days ago before he got back yesterday, but he got some mail a couple of days ago. And it was a written card. And it was a lady just telling him how she appreciates him and that he's such a great person. They love having him around and everything. And she stepped into him. She stepped straight into him. And I said, praise the Most High Yah. See, what the Father told me, he said, Deborah, I'm going to let you know. Not now one of your children is going to escape the words in which you instilled in them. They're not going to escape. You gave them people, those children, not them people. He said, you gave those children pure word, a form they have never heard before. You can't give them nothing else. I had to tell my oldest daughter that 3 years ago. Y'all told me don't say nothing to you. I can't give you nothing else. She was hurt. There's nothing I can give you. And I said, and my ex-husband, same thing with him. I said, I can't give you nothing. There's nothing else I can give you. Because you gave all that you have given. You can't give them nothing else. Even when they try to get around you and want to talk to you in a way where you can Give them something. Yeah, I said, don't keep giving it to them. And I'm serious, you guys. My daughter did not like me saying that. No, ain't nothing. He told me. He said, you can't give her anything else, Deborah. You can give her all. You done raised her. You done taught her all this time. She's 36, I think. He said, you can't give her nothing. And just imagine a mother that can't say anything to him. So what he's going to do? He won't let the world give it to him. Praise the mighty God. He's going to let the world give it to him. When the world finish with him, they'll come back this route like they got some sense, like many do. People do not know how Sister Deborah appreciate people going to and fro. I don't like the idea how they come back, but I don't have no problem with you going. You can stay. Because Yah is not an author of confusion. He knows what he appointed, anointed, and predestined me here to do. And if what I'm saying is too heavy or too out of order for you, swoop the coop and move on. But stay gone. I say that because I mean it. I haven't, with my daughter, when y'all told me that 3 years ago, and right now, when I was cleaning up yesterday, he said, your daughter really wants to talk to you. I said, yeah, I know it. I can feel that, Father. You see, I can feel it. I ain't got nothing else for her. Because if I can't bring the pure word, I can't bring nothing else. I'm not finna bring people the world. Now, when I'm telling you about issues in the world, because I'm trying to get you to see what Yah is saying that's going to happen and how it's going to happen. You see? But I'm not here to play in the playpen with the world. I'm not here to warn the heathens and Gentiles. For what? He just told you they ain't nothing but a drop in a bucket. They ain't nothing but dry powder to him. That's what he said. So why should I take all my living that he has given me to do the opposite of what he called me to? That's why I don't allow, and I will not allow, when I'm speaking, it be considered the world is doing it too. I'm not talking to the world. The world don't mean, I'm not concerned about the world. Y'all done nailed them to the wall already. Y'all just don't want to see it. Nobody wants to see how Yah has already said he gonna deal with them. Nobody wants to see that. They don't want to see it. They want to see what they want to see. And he let them. And that's what he said as far as the children. Now, if she come over here, which she will, because he already told me she wanted to talk, which she will, and then will I bring forth word. But outside of that, So my baby boy, the lady sent him a card, but she said, I'm the mother of your other brother. I don't know what that means. I'm your mother of the other brother. And when I said to you about this, and this, I was only speaking it out of the mother in me. That's what she said to him. And it bothers him. It needs to bother you. Your mama been trying to tell you that for 10 years. 10 long years. You can't hear it from me? Y'all say, I let the world tell you where it gonna really hurt. Where you gonna really feel that thing. And that's what he told me after I found out that's what she said. After that, I said, that's probably why he's so sad. Because he put them on pedestals. But I love what she said. I love what she said because it's the truth. I have been on him about that. Y'all was saying, but Deborah, that ain't bad. Yes, it is. It is. You know how I think of how I might have to raise my children or take care of my children? Because them not hearing the pure word and taking it at face value, they've been fearful and seen how the work of Yah has worked with their mom. And they never had to go through like everybody else. Now, I'm not talking about financial, because we did. We even lived in a hotel. But I'm going to show you how powerful it was. they would take. I remember when we stayed in the hotel. We had to stay in the hotel. They turn around and say, one time we stayed in there for almost a year. And yes, we did. Hotel was a nice hotel. Let me tell y'all something about it. We had to stay in there because when you have 6 children, and if you leave out of one place, it's hard to get a place that house 8, because it was my 6 children, my husband and I. So we would get 2 hotels. And they would think of I remember we had to stay in a hotel. Guess what they'll tell y'all? They had everything. Food. Mama cooked like she was at a house. And guess what? This is the sickness of people, especially people who don't understand basic things. Say, for instance, we didn't stay in there a year, but we stayed in there almost a year. Guess what, y'all? For you to be able to pay hotel fee, think you had to have had some money. See, that's what I checked in with. And if they go tell somebody we had to stay in a hotel almost a year, your parents them had money. That's what they tell them. See, they thinking they poor. You see, you thinking you poor. You are. You homeless. And you really wasn't homeless. You had a place to stay. But yet, let's say you're homeless. When you look out there and see people who really homeless, then you wonder, wait a minute, we stayed in the hotel. We stayed in 2 rooms side by side. Didn't miss a meal morning for school. Didn't miss a meal for lunch. And at that time, we were celebrating all the holidays. Nothing was lacking. As you get older, first thing you should have said, wait a minute, Mama, where did y'all get the money to do that? See, when y'all want us to be able to look back over our life, you know why? He wants you to be able to see how you was carried. The ones in the footprints, that wasn't your footprints. That was him. What made the prints? He's a spirit. Why was there footprints? He was carrying you all your heavy load. That's what the footprints are saying. See, the people didn't understand he was carrying you, but they didn't understand what he was carrying. Your heavy load. Because he's a spirit. You shouldn't have no footprints. But he had you, your heavy load. And that is what made the footprints. And I give y'all all glory and honor for that experience. I give him glory and honor for it all. Because these children, they have never seen y'all righteous forsaken, nor begging bread. Never. They'll tell you, and now they'll sit back when they try to tell somebody, they say, y'all parents had money, didn't they? What fool don't know to stay into a hotel almost a year? You had to have money to buy. Let me tell you about the trap. The trap is this. You go in it, you can't get out of it because you got to pay. And if you got to pay, how are you going to pay to get out? You can't. It's too hard to get out when you pay it to stay in. That means, say for instance, if we're paying $2,800 to stay in, how can we pay $1,500 to get out? You can't. You see what I'm saying? You can't. You can't. It can't work. So what? You keep moving and moving until Yah work that thing out. And that's what I try to say to you about the kids, then seeing the work of Yah. My ex-husband, he'll tell you He ain't never seen nothing out of all his life where no matter what Sister Deborah is in, the light of Yah always bring her out. And I give him all glory and honor, the Most High Yah. I didn't have nobody on my left. I didn't have nobody on my right. Why? Because my husband didn't have that feeling. It didn't bother him. I made sure them babies went to school. I made sure them babies ate and enjoyed themselves until Yah get us out of this drop. And every time he did. And we experienced it twice. One time it was like almost a year, and the other one was like 3 months. But after that, But once you get in it, it's hard to come out. It's hard to come out because you get locked in it, paying to stay in. And when I say paying to stay in, you got to make sure them babies got a roof over their head. You can't go giving somebody first and last month, and then them babies don't have a place to stay. No, y'all didn't see to it that. But I love the idea of what he did, what he has done in it all. I love it because the things that he have done, he have shown those children that your mama is not like y'all. They know that too. They know it. These children are truly their father's seeds. Just like Yah said that they are. It was a reason why he gave the seeds to the man. That's why Adam was created first. He instilled every seed into Adam. Whether it was the righteous seed or the unrighteous seed, it didn't matter. He put it in the man. That's why he put his liability so heavy. And right today, he have no liability, none whatsoever. No liability. He holds no liability or no nothing. But when he stand before the throne of the Most High Yah, he gonna say, "Wait a minute, hold up, bro. You had seeds. Did you train them up like I told you? In the way of what? So what's going on? Because what they doing, they dropping seeds all over the place, and they looking at woman and don't understand those are your seeds. You disperse. Those are not women. And what they say is women shouldn't be having babies by these men, all these men, right? That's where the error is at. Because the baby is in the man. That's the seed. Look like it'll be vice versa. You see how messed up the world is? But one thing about it, no matter how messed up it is, I like how he got it all in the palm of his hand. And everything been written up and written down regarding him. So we can go and play that game with one another and think we can put Yah in a little black box. You go right ahead. Right now, I wouldn't want to get nowhere near a box that I call myself putting Yah in, because he can't be detained in a box. But if the box is the mind of men and women, he don't have no problem with that, because your mind puts him in a box, put limits on him and say he can't do this, he can't do that. That's why they haven't given him the honor, the glory, and the praise. That's why they can't exalt him, because they don't think he's worth crap to exalt. They don't think he's worth crap to praise. He ain't worth nothing to honor. We gods, we kings, we leaders, we rulers. You ain't worth me seeing you to be no more than I am. So I, Sister Deborah, hope each and every last one of you got something out of it, because guess what? I sure did. I sure did. And I say I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. I give all honor and glory to the Most High Yah. And it ain't over, but it's over. Shalom and shalom.